Okay, here we go. Mat Pilates con bank bank. Okay, come on right here. Sit. Sit. Lay down. Lay down, bank bank. Lay down. Okay. Alrighty. Stay takane. So, this is what it's like when you have 3 totally different dogs and you want to do a workout at home. So, separation anxiety, neediness, sensitivity, the husky. But anyway, all right. Well, we're going to get started today. We'll see how Luna does and if she can lay down. I'm going to ignore her. Let's see how good that works. I don't know. Okay. Well, welcome. I'm Nicole, and this is Luna, and Bank Bank, and Takane is not pictured. A French Bulldog, Standard Poodle, and Husky. So, quite the variety. No, Luna. She's used to everything being about her, typically everywhere she goes, and also in the house with me and these 2 male dogs. But Luna, you want to go to your crate? Crate. You're never supposed to threaten the dogs with crates, but my dogs, they will just be like, okay, we don't want to get put away. We're trying to stay out here. I hope that she'll behave, but today I have a nice workout plan for us. We're gonna move and groove pretty much straight through this workout, barring any issues with my colleagues today. The only one that I foresee having an issue with is Luna, the Frenchie. So all that being said, we're gonna build on all of our Pilates foundations and we're gonna have a nice workout. We're gonna breathe, we're gonna move, we're going to try to get a full body activation and also a little bit of a recovery stretch at the end. So roll out your mat if you have not already and join me standing. We'll get started standing for today's workout. So I just want you to take your feet about hip width distance apart and then check in with your toes. Are your 10 toes facing forward all the way to the front, just in line with your hips? So notice if you're having a narrow stance or a wider stance. Let's just see how we come up to center and then get settled back here through center. So hips square to the front. Feels kind of nice to get started, to get standing. I'm feeling good. The dogs seem to be behaving, so I'm feeling excited. I'm in my special thrifted Kauai shirt today. That's where my husband and I got married, and it's beautiful, and I love that island of Hawaii. But anyway, Kauai, so just feeling really good vibes. Anyway, let's get started. Feet standing. You're already here, because I am too. All right. Micro bend in the knees. Are you locking your knees out? And then roll the shoulder blades a couple rounds backwards, perhaps maybe a couple rounds forwards. I'm noticing a little bit of tightness in my mid-back on my right side. Maybe you take a couple little stretches here. See how you're feeling through the midsection, our obliques, our side body. We are going to get some nice workout here on the side body. So, just checking in. How are you feeling? All right, coming back to center. Root through both feet here. And then I just want you to lightly begin to tuck and tilt the pelvis. So all we're doing is just gently straightening out the back side of our tail area. So I'm just trying to like lightly pull in from my lower abs on the front and lightly lengthening out here towards my tailbone. So I'm breathing, just pelvic tilts and tucks is basically what it's called, but we're standing. So you can do this standing, you can do this on your back in more of a bridge. I'm just trying to find some length in this space here. Nice. Coming back to center, we'll take a few marching in place here. So this is where you're going to notice some instability in the hips. So check in today, see how you are marching in place. Can you keep the hips balanced and steady as you lift left to right side? So let's begin to march in place. So I'm pressing down through all four corners of my feet when I press into the earth. And then I'm gently lifting, trying to keep my hips. I'm probably not doing it perfectly, and that's okay. You aren't expected to either, but we're trying to stay nice and steady, not leaning into one side or hiking a hip to the other to try to lift it up. So that's what we're just gauging here, trying to keep everything nice in line, keeping this space between the ribs and hips as we march in place. Nice. I'm going to start my workout. Great. Okay, started my workout on my Apple Watch. So now it counts double because I'm making it for y'all and doing it with y'all and getting my workout in. All right, so we just did the marching in place, coming back to center. I want you to take the feet just a bit wider than hips distance apart. We're going to take a few squat to stands here. Gently pressing down. I don't know if you heard my knees pop. I'm just pressing to stand, trying to lengthen through the tailbone. My booty drops. Nothing is really overdoing it, right? I can get pretty low, but if you're feeling strained, knees stable towards the ankles and then dropping the booty down below more so for a little bit more stability. You can also hold a ball or a stuffed animal. Luna's about 30 pounds, so I probably wouldn't hold my French bulldog, but something cute like that. So taking just some squat to stands to get the blood moving. This is to get kind of like a full cardio, just head to toe. Thank you for joining us. You're doing great. I'm hoping this era, they're going to be like my Yoga with Adrian dogs. Hopefully. Shout out to Benji, I think is his name. Austin, Texas. All right, squat to stands. Well, we're ready to get started. Come on down to the back. We'll see how good I can do and stay here. Stay. All right. We're down on the back. I've got a nice little heartbeat going. Bring the feet towards the body. Collarbones spread wide. Triceps and hands press in. We're lifting into bridge. Check in with the hips and the ribs. Lifting into bridge and then lowering. Takane, stop. He's trying to kiss me on the mouth, y'all. Okay. Dude, stop, please. Go lay down. Go on, lay down. Lay down. I don't ever know what he wants. He just has a lot to say, I will say. If you like quiet, don't get a husky. So we're just bridging, lifting, and lowering. Notice I'm not overdoing it. I'm not exaggerating bridging. I'm just gently pressing and lifting, getting some glute activation. Let's take it into a bridge march. Woo! Now I'm really getting some activation. Try to keep the hips nice and steady. Palms press in. Bridge, single leg march. Make sure that lower back is nice and active. You don't want to be sinking through the lower back or overarching it. We need to be stable here. That's why that multiple bridge rounds is necessary to get warmed up. Lowering down, let's take a rock and roll. If I'm feeling warm, I don't know, maybe, yeah, I'm feeling a little warm and toasty there in those hamstrings. Bring those knees up into tabletop. Right here, hands behind the head. Abdominal crunch. Don't lead with the head, just let the chest lift. Abdominal crunch, stop to kind of. Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's like an analogy for life. You just have to keep pushing through it and don't give up and hope that it stops and pray that it'll stop and just keep doing what you need to do to get your work done. Beautiful. That was funny because I was like, what is he doing over there now? There was some weird noise, so sorry. All right, bicycle crunch. Right elbow, left knee, back to center. Left elbow, right knee, back to center. Try to feel the rib cage. Pull. Oh, wow, opposite side. Notice if the hips want to rock and take you, stay anchored through the hips. Woo! Lay down, Bankity. Stop. Do you want to go to your crates? Come on, let's go. Crate. Now they're like really acting out because I was like, oh, watch, they're really good now. All right, bicycle crunches, let's go. Almost there. Last 3. Last 2. Ooh, last 1. Oh. Lowering down. Come on. Coming right here. Come on. Lay down right here. I really want you to have a chance to be able to do this. Come on. Sit. Lay down. Y'all don't mess this up for me. Come on. Lay down. Stay. All right. We just got done with those rounds of bicycle crunch. Whew. My abs are on fire. I bet yours are too. Meet me with the legs up in 90 degrees. So now this is tabletop. Now we're coming up into 90. We're pointing open. We're flexing closed. Point open, flex close. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point, flex. Last 3. Point and flex. Point and flex. Last 1. Point and flex. Draw it in. Rock and roll. Whew. We're going to take a rock and roll up. Coming into tabletop, meet me there. So we got some nice ab activation. I want to take a second to stretch you out and get ready to go into our next core blast and activation. Coming into tabletop. All right, let's press our through the hands into scared cat. Belly drops for our cow. Hands press. Mid back rises for the scared cat. Belly drops. And scared cat. After all those nice abs, this feels really good. Meeting me back in 3. In 2. Last 1. Coming back to center, meeting in tabletop. Right leg extends, 3-legged tabletop. Just begin to find a right leg extension. Drop the hip. Make sure the hips are in line so we're not over exaggerating one side or the other. And I want you to just gently pulse that right heel towards the ceiling, pulsing here. Good. Keeping it gently in line. I want it to be lower than you'd expect. And then left hand extends to the top. No more pulse. Let's expand it out. Elbow to knee, crunch it in and round. Inhale to expand, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee, crunch. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, crunch it in. One more. Out and in. Back to center. We take it directly into the other side. Left leg extends. Find that nice supportive hip posture here where those hips are aligned. We get grounded, finding our ankle pulse. So you'll notice which side is your, dominant side and which side is your opportunity side. This is definitely my opportunity side, and I can feel a challenge already compared to the other side. So, all right, my left leg is extended, right hand extends to the top. Inhale to expand and lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee, crunch it in. Woo, inhale to expand. Exhale to crunch. Hey. Inhale to expand. Okay, let's go, dude. Seriously. Exhale to crunch. To cut in. No. Come on, y'all. Inhale to expand. The fact that they're doing it on my bad side too. Thanks for distracting during that. Let's do a couple more. Ooh. Coming back to center. Tuck those toes. We just take an upside down V. This is like our downward facing dog. In yoga, let's take a couple breaths here. Try to lengthen and expand. Press through the hands. Tailbone lengthens towards the sky. Walk those feet up towards your body. Take a forward fold here. And then let's gently roll all the way up to the top. And get reset. And we're coming down to the back. All right. Coming down to the back. Legs are going to come up into 90. We're taking a single leg stretch. So you're gonna get grounded through those hip bones. I want you to get those arms, so find 90. So find 90, hips are square here, feet are pointed up. This is already pretty active, so be supported here. This is pretty active, all right? We have to be anchored through both sides of the body, both hips, gently rolled and rounded down onto the mat. All right, let's get ready to go. Begin to breathe through the rib cage and then begin to pull it in. We'll begin to lift our arms straight up, almost like you're getting ready for 100 prep. And we'll begin to kick the legs alternating, starting with the right side. We'll kick it, and then I want you to pulse, and then kick, pulse, kick, pulse, kick, pulse, pulse. 2, 3. 1, 2. 2, 3. You got this. Let's go. Pulse. Y'all, I'm working too. Don't think this is easy. Pulse. Hard to do that and speak at the same time. Like, hard to do the exercise and speak at the same time. Okay, from here, let's take our legs into tabletop. I want you to pull those shoulder blades back, down and back here. I want you to just bicycle, feel the stretch and the lengthening on your left side here, low ab to oblique, and then switch. So we're just bicycling, almost feeling that leg when you reach down for that leg, reaching towards the bottom of the mat. I want you to almost feel that elongation. All right, I'm trying to keep my back and body supported on the mat. So if you're feeling any sort of lower back pain in this, just don't go as low. I want you to just kick it where you can to feel lengthening in this side body right here. On the side of the core, it feels like we're sending it out long. Those obliques, pulling it in. Great job. We have just a few more. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Coming back to center. Okay, rock and roll side to side. Let's try double leg rocker, straight leg. So I'm just gonna try this with y'all. Just begin to find the length. Woo! This feels good. I'm trying to be supported long through my core, also pulling in through the rib cage. Woo! Y'all, that's hard, honestly. Try that out. Ooh. There we go. Oh! Ooh! Ah! Nice. Okay. Great. I'm glad I was able to get that after that rough start. All right, let's come on to our side. So I'm going to be laying on my left side here facing you all. You can start on whichever side's best for you right now. I want you to take the bottom leg to the mat. This this left hand is just holding my head. Right leg is going to extend. Let's stack the hips. So check in here. I want you to see if those hips are stacked, creating some space on this right side body. So it's also telling that I started on my left side because this is my stronger side. So just like you all, we're finding our instabilities and weaknesses with this practice. And by the way, I'm just doing like a toe tapping here. This is my right leg, extend, tapping one side of the mat, and then alternating to the back, trying to almost make like a rainbow. Trying to just keep that leg all the way pointed forward, using the glute and the hip. So I don't know which side's gonna be your gooder side or your better side or your worse side, but no, we only have a good side and a better side. So this is my better side. So we're just kind of single leg rainbow tapping here. Breathing. I just want you to find an extreme point of fatigue. We're almost there. Breathing here for 3, for 2, and 1. Bringing it back to center. So now hips are stacked. I want you to single leg lift and lower. So we're just lifting and lowering. Notice my range is a lot smaller when I just keep these hips stacked and I'm just asking this outer glute here to perform. This is pretty much my glute maximus here and my hip. This is a good way to get activation. We want to be stronger in this side of our body. Whew, y'all are gonna see it really good on my left side, that's for sure. We're almost there for 3. Notice the alignment for 2. And 1, can you hold it up? Breathing, holding it up for 3. 2, and 1. Lower down. All right, let's see how the left side's gonna go. That's why I wanted to get to a pretty big point of fatigue on the right side to see, can my left side even keep up at all with my right side? This is the side that I have back pain on, my lower back. So whatever you guys notice in your body, I just recommend that you try to find these instabilities and work with them and build your strength to rehabilitate yourself, or at least to notice and know yourself better so you can take better care. You can notice what you might need more support with, or maybe you notice some habits. Like, I'll tell y'all what it was that I noticed, but basically, okay. So now I'm on my right side body. We're gonna take it into that rainbow My left leg is I'm breathing and I'm just lifting. All right, making that rainbow. Left toes try to stay pointed. Check in with your knee and your thighs. It's still pointed forward, whichever direction you're facing. Try not to lift and point the knee. Just try to keep everything straight in line. I wonder how long. I should have timed the other side. Hey. Okay, great. Let's go. Great. Y'all really jocking my style today in more ways than one. Okay, get on my face, please. Go on, lay down. Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all, it's got to be close to the time. Almost there. Last 3. This is a lot harder for me. I don't know if you can tell. Last 2. And 1, coming back to center. Now I get stable, and now it's just lifting and lowering. Oh, man. Oh, I need more support. All right. Lifting and lowering, last 3. No, I got to go a little longer than that. Come on, I can do this. You can do this too. Which side was harder for you? Almost there. See, I'm much more active through my right side when I'm trying to lift this left side. Do y'all see me shaking? Almost there. Those are those fast twitch muscles, the stabilizers. That's what we're activating in this practice. Whew! I definitely needed it on this side. Almost there. Find your point of fatigue, whichever leg it was on. Go back there for 3, 2, and 1. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's okay. I definitely needed that. My physical therapist here in San Antonio, Dr. Brian Parr, he's going to be so happy to know that I reached that point of fatigue right there with those sides. I definitely this is how mat Pilates can rehab you. Let's go back to bicycle crunches. Let's lengthen it out. I want you to extend those legs out. We activated on this glute right here on the side of the body and the hip, the maximus. We were really focusing on pulling the leg, breathing. Chin is lightly tucked. So this can be your bicycle, or if you want to add obliques, bringing in the ribs, the lats, some crossbody. Let's go back here for 3, for 2, last 1. Coming back to center. Arms can come down by your side. We're taking toe taps for some lower abdominal. I want you to come back into tabletop. Right foot lengthens out. Lower abdominals, pull that leg down and up. Breathing here, finding your toe taps. I'm trying to keep my alignment perfect. Core's engaged. Almost there. No lower back pain here, y'all. Just pressing and extending, using the core for stability. Almost there. Toe taps. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Coming back to center. Rock and roll. All right, we're gonna come back onto our side. Do a little adductor. I want you to get supported through the right leg. I'm on my left side body, so we're supported through the right leg. Here, just creating some space. So this is a very supportive posture. I'm like on that outside of that hip, and I'm just lifting and lowering. So I just want you to lift. I like to do this for a little more support and more control, and to keep my thigh and foot and knee and shin in line. So I'm lifting and lowering. You can be here. You can also come here. But this is going to activate a lot on the side body. So if you're wanting more support, I wouldn't say this is more core and adductor. This is more just adductor. Right here, lifting and lowering. Trying to keep the knee, shin, and foot facing towards the side of your mat. And then just lifting with this inner thigh. Let's draw some circles. Whew. Yeah, see, this is my left side, so this is gonna be pretty crunchy for me. Starting here, let's switch directions. So this is not smooth at all for me. All I want for you to do is just draw some circles with your foot. Try to keep the shin, the knee, the foot, everything in alignment. Last few for 3. I'm just trying to see if I can tell which side is harder for me on this. Last 2. And 1, I'm gonna hold it up and pulse for 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so that was adductors, which is inner thigh, on my left leg. Let's switch to the other side. Whew! Man, y'all, this is a good burnout, okay? Y'all, we did so much good core in the beginning. Now we're getting so much good stuff in our fine-tuning in our legs and our stabilizers. So let's find the supportive posture this way. And yeah, so this side is way different for me. But I just want to be stable and do the same thing. So keeping that hip stacked and rooted. Knee and foot facing that side of my mat. You can be the judge of my one side versus the other here. But we're focusing now, this is my right leg, right adductor, ADDUC, adductor, TOR, adductor, yeah. Sorry, hearing the dogs bark. If it's distracting for me, I can only imagine how distracting it is for you, so I apologize. This is pretty challenging. All right, we're almost there, and I want to draw some circles soon. Let's draw some circles. Almost there. Woo. Definitely getting warm. Warmer and warmer. Almost there. Okay, switch directions. Wow. Almost there. Breathing. Don't hold your breath like me. A lot harder on this side for me. Circling last 3. We're gonna hold in 2 and 1, hold and pulse for 3, for 2, pulsing, yes. And one up, and then lower down. Whoa, okay. I am sweating. That's perfect, perfect, perfect. Meeting me right up top right here. I want you to come into a Z-sit. Hey dogs, okay, Banks, thank you. Let's go, get out of here. Out, go on. Please, please, please don't. Let's go, lay down. So coming into a Z-sit here, this is gonna feel like a nice, good stretch on the adductors and the outer hip and glute. Y'all, that was such a good lower body workout. So imagine, like, if you want more, just add, you can add bending in and out. You can add a crunch. You could add a ring or a resistance band. I mean, the possibilities are endless. So I'm gonna think about what I need for, I feel like I need to strengthen my, okay. Come here. I hope you use that time to continue stretching. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so we were in like a Z-sit, but I was on the other side and wow, okay, this feels so good. And what I was saying was from our practice today, it was fun because I knew that my outside of my left leg and hip is weaker and that I needed work there. But I didn't realize that on my right adductor, so on the inside of my right leg, my right outside leg was strong, which is what I expected, but I didn't know that I was going to be stronger on my left adductor than on my right adductor. So I'm excited because I'm going to add in some stuff for us next time, and maybe you have some ideas or suggestions if you want to leave some comments on this video. So for this week's journal entry, it'll be a discussion where you're going to maybe share about your experience or what is it that you want to work on, so I can further customize the videos from here on out, so I can make some workouts specifically for you all, so you have a foundation of where to go for your own personal practice and like your own personal instabilities and strengths and weaknesses, because we all need a little bit extra, right? And whew, I know that my right adductor definitely needs a little extra work. So I'm excited to build on that and see what I can do to bring in some balance, and then also continue working on the outside of my left hip. And then we always need more core, right? So I'm always wanting to do more core. So let me know, what are some of your favorite core exercises? What would you like to see for a bit more core blast? And then I'll work on some more lower body and we'll go from there. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your patience with the dogs. Hopefully I can get that audio deleted, but if I can't, I'm sorry. I'll put a volume warning at the beginning of this. And if you made it this far, thank you. You're a warrior. Nice workout, y'all. That was a really good workout, honestly. 140 calories burned in 30 minutes. So great little workout that I'm feeling already a little sore and ready for the next one, and excited to see y'all next time. So talk soon.